Alright, what's going on, guys? We just watched a video of Ric Flair telling Nattie to kill herself, so that was cool.
I feel like, because that was SmackDown, and that's pre-recorded, do you think, like, because I've never seen SmackDown Live, have you?
No. Well, they have done live before, like, they do, once in a while they'll do a live show, but I've never, like, been to one.
Yeah, like, been to one. Do they, like, was that maybe off script, and they were just, like, fucking trying to think of stuff to say, and
I mean, usually, like, with Ric Flair, like, realistically, for me, like, I would not let Ric Flair go off script, because he's super dangerous to have not scripted.
Yeah, that would not.
But they, like, for some reason, they still trust him, so they probably just let him do that off the cuff.
Love that Dean is just laughing his ass off, though. He had to freaking hide his face from the camera.
Dude,
that was hilarious,
though.
Oh my god.
That's just Dean Ambrose, though. Alright, so basically we're just going to talk about Payback. Like, we're doing a quick little one tonight because we only have 2 people, so. Basically, we got one kickoff match that matters, I believe. Yeah, there's only one kickoff match. Ryback and Kalisto. And, like, I forgot the U.S. Championship existed, because, like, they haven't done shit with it.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing.
It's literally been Ryback and Kalisto's feud. Like, that's the only thing they've had with it.
And I feel like there hasn't even been any exposure for it, because
there's no hype.
I had no idea that it was even part of Payback until we looked at the card 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like, well, not 2 minutes ago, but...
Like, I just think, like, the only way they can build anything is if they change the title, so... Like, I'm just gonna say Ryback just for the sake of fucking switching it up.
Yeah, I hope so, especially because he wants to get back in the, mid-upper card, trying to get better promos and everything, trying to get more exposure.
Yeah, and they're already launching Kalisto's, like, solo shit, because they have a bunch of tag teams coming up and shit from NXT, so... Enzo and Cass and Vaudevillains primarily. And
then we watched NXT earlier, and it was... Who's Zack Ryder with? The Hype Bros. Who's that?
Yeah.
I cannot remember his name for the life of me. I don't have it pulled up right now, but we watched that match. That wasn't that bad. It's kind of weird seeing Ryder back in NXT, considering he was literally Intercontinental Champion like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And at WrestleMania, and now he's just... in a tag team with a guy that I can't remember his name.
Like, they've had him, like, do some shit on NXT just to help this guy out. I don't remember his name either, because they don't get very much exposure anymore. Yeah. They were, like, building some momentum, like, before WrestleMania, and then they kind of dropped off. But I don't know. Like, Ryder's in such a weird position where he's, like, kind of teaching people, and at the same time, he had a spot. I don't know. He had a spot for a little bit on the main roster, but...
Yeah, I hope, eventually he goes back up, because I honestly really like seeing him. And he's a fan favorite. He's kind of like he reminds me of AJ Styles' rise to the top, so to speak, kind of reminds me of Zack Ryder.
Yeah, like the fucking, just like the internet fucking sort of thing.
And so I'll always have like a soft spot for Ryder.
Yeah, like AJ... I mean, I guess we'll talk about him since they're the main event, but we'll talk about that later. But AJ's basically, like, his whole rise has been from, like, stemming from internet hype, essentially, since he's been, like, working overseas and all that shit.
And it's been great. He's awesome, honestly. Yeah, I was skeptical because I didn't really know much about him when he showed up in the Rumble, but he's been impressive.
They've done, like, a pretty good job building him, too, like, considering he's... still, like, a fresh talent. And, like, they didn't even really push Kevin Owens that hard initially. Like, I mean, Owens came in and beat Cena, but they didn't push him to the main, like, or the World Heavyweight Championship or anything.
No.
So, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus the Vaudevillains. Winner of this takes on New Day for the tag team titles. And honestly, I feel like Enzo and Cass have so much momentum, like, right now, it's, you can't really stop that. Like, you have to just go with it.
And especially because, when did they come out? Wasn't it the show right after WrestleMania that we watched? That's when they came out, or was it the week after, maybe?
Yeah, it might have been the week after.
because I think I've said this in either the last podcast that we had, the post-WrestleMania or the pre-WrestleMania. I don't have NXT. I don't have WWE Network at the moment. I'm probably getting it soon once I get all the rest of my expenses squared away. So I saw Enzo and Cass for the first time blind when they debuted on Raw, and I am instantly in love. Enzo is amazing. He's hilarious on the mic when they just roasted the Dudleys. The one, what did he say? He said fall back like your hairline, and dude, oh my god.
I feel like they the tag division is like where the mic work is right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that's really what's building all the hype for these matches. And the Vaudevillains are just there like as a stand-in, like fucking heel basically right now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Enzo and Cass. That's my prediction for that.
Yeah, same here. I feel like it'd be kind of like a spit in the face if Enzo and Cass get all this exposure. I mean, the Dudley Boyz have been around since before I even started watching WWE, since I was like maybe 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
And they show up, destroy them on the mic, their debut, and they've just been getting momentum and attention ever since. And I think having them lose it wouldn't make sense.
Like, they won the crowd over so fast, and like it's always weird coming from NXT where you have like the same audience week to week, like because you're shooting in the same venue most of the time, so you get the same audience. But coming into the main roster, it's like you don't know how people are going to react to it because it's way more of an intimate show when you're at NXT, smaller, and you have the same crowd. Like, but the main roster crowd took to them pretty quick.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. The pop they got when they came out too was insane.
Like they I feel like they're one of the biggest like things to come out of NXT as far as hype goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Like recently.
So yeah, we got both of us got
Enzo and Cass
for that. Definitely.
Unless they want to carry it out, like they could just carry that shit out. But like, I feel like the Vaudevillains and New Day is not gonna sell. Like, it's not gonna sell fucking.
No, because I honestly, like, I cannot wait because it's inevitable. I cannot wait to hear just Enzo and Big E or Enzo
like,
and Kofi.
That's gold,
and that would be amazing. Just them going back and forth. They wouldn't even have to have a fucking.
Yeah, you don't need a match.
Yeah, you don't need a match. Just have them go back and forth on the mic, and. Just that's it. That's all they got to do. Like, just say no more.
Like, I literally don't even need to see that match.
No.
So then Ziggler and Corbin. I gotta say this one goes to Corbin because like I don't know, what does Ziggler have to lose right now?
And Ziggler's at he's in a weird stage. Not a weird stage. He's in a position where he's kind of like Jericho, but hasn't been around long. Where he gets pushed a lot, but also helps other guys get pushed through.
He gets like the mid-card push.
Even if Dolph loses, it's not going to hurt him at all.
Yeah.
So, and Corbin is pretty great.
Yeah, you might as well, like, I mean, he's still new to the main roster, so you might as well give him that rub.
Yeah. And I think even if Corbin loses, because he won the armbar for WrestleMania, if I recall correctly. So he's going to be good either way, and I think it's going to be a good match, honestly.
Yeah.
You got Dolph.
Like, I can't see it being a, like, fucking, like, all of Corbin's other matches where he just kind of walks over him. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like he'll put up a fight.
Definitely.
And Ziggler's so good at, like, selling moves and shit that he's such a good guy to have fucking put people over.
Yeah, and he's probably one of my top, I want to say, like, top 5 just favorite guys to root for. Yeah. Like, I still mark out for Ziggler whenever I hear him. Just ever since that Money in the Bank, or not Money in the Bank, when he cashed in against Del Rio and got the WWE Championship. That was awesome. So I'll always have a soft spot for Dolph too. Yeah. So it'll be a good match. If it's basically a win-win for me personally, because I like seeing new guys, work their way through the ranks. And I also like seeing Dolph win.
Yeah, he's like in the fan favorite spot where like Ambrose is, like where it's like the fans love him and they want him to get pushed, but he's never gonna actually get the push.
Exactly.
Although Ambrose might get it eventually, it's just a matter of when.
Here's hoping.
But speaking of Ambrose and Jericho, like this whole thing's been hyped up through the fucking Chris Jericho highlight reel segment where Ambrose came in and took over it. I like honestly, like this might be the best like technical match, like on the card. Yeah. Just because these two are super good in the ring. Like, I mean, that's not like because AJ Styles is super good, but working with Roman Reigns, like I don't know if they're gonna get a great match out of it.
I honestly feel like it could end up being I don't want to say boring, but when I look at the other matches on the card,
besides Zayn and Owens,
yeah, like I want to be excited for Reigns because I'm not gonna lie, I think speaking for both of us here, we were both very not fans, for putting it like in a very bad way. I'm not good with words. Neither of us really root for Reigns, but now that he has the championship, I'm excited to see what he can do with it.
Yeah, it's like
it's sort of like
we wanted him to get the belt to get rid of, like, to finish the fucking push, basically.
Exactly. And now that he has it, I'm honestly optimistic because there's nowhere to go, no way to go but up. Like, he was already, he was getting booed at WrestleMania for the main event, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, he still gets some boos. Now they're gonna like align him with the Usos because AJ has his fucking friends from NJPW coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of like they might even put the Bullet Club back together because now they have half of it basically. If Finn Balor comes back, or if Finn Balor comes to the main roster, now that he dropped the belt, that could happen too. But like as far as like Jericho and Ambrose goes, it's like realistically, like this and the Zayn and Owens match are like the two that I'm probably most hyped for because
definitely,
as far as ring work goes, they got to be the best.
And going back to Dolph, Jericho is another one of the guys that I always mark out for.
Yeah,
I fucking love Jericho.
Yeah, and like he's still like pretty decent in the ring too, considering like he's been around for a while and shit.
And he's very good at helping guys get better. Like I feel like you could take a guy that has had a bunch of below average matches against anybody else, put him with Jericho, and it's going to be a good match no matter what.
Yeah.
So considering it's Ambrose, who is also like that, I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, like Jericho is good at walking dudes through matches. Like I feel like, and he's such a good heel because like all he has to do is talk shit about the city and then call people a stupid idiot,
and then it works every time.
Instant,
it's perfect.
Like instant, like cheap heel pops. Yeah, like I'm actually super hyped for that because, I mean, Ambrose is like we said, he's in that weird position.
Yeah.
So I feel like a little bit of a rub would help. So, and I don't think Jericho really benefits from this. Like,
no, I mean, he's definitely a lock for the WWE Hall of Fame. At this point, he's kind of...
He's just doing it for fucking...
I don't want to say he's just there, because he still definitely gets pops. He still definitely gets attention. People still love him.
Well, he said that on his podcast, I think it was on his podcast, he said that he basically just comes back to work with guys that he thinks have potential to give them the rub. Like,
yeah. And even if you lose a match against Jericho, which really, now that I think about it, it doesn't happen often where he, chooses to go against somebody that's coming up. He either makes it a really good match and wins, or makes it a really good match and loses, and either way they both benefit.
I forgot who... I think it was Neville that he beat. He beat like Neville in that fucking Japan show where Lesnar was fighting fucking some scrub. Oh, he went against Kofi Kingston or some shit.
Yeah,
it was so retarded.
That was weird. Was that before New Day, or was that before they got really popular or something? I think
he was in the New Day at the time.
Was that before they went face?
It was after they debuted, like when they were doing like the gospel sort of shit.
Oh yeah, okay. So we both got Dean for that.
Yeah, I'd say Dean.
I'd say I got Dean for that, but if Jericho wins,
they can carry that out.
I wouldn't be upset about it.
Yeah, like they could carry that for another, like 5 weeks or so if they wanted to.
This next match, if it doesn't go the way that I want it to, I'm gonna be a little upset. Not gonna lie.
This one, this is the most for me. This is like the most likely title change on the card.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's the Miz and Cesaro for the Intercontinental title, and Cesaro's got so much momentum now, you can't really not give it to him.
And I love the James Bond sort of thing he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's like changing his whole gimmick and shit.
Yeah.
And they've given him more mic time and like he's just kind of on a roll.
He's getting a little better on the mic. It still throws me off when he starts off speaking English very well, and then just instantly goes full foreigner. Like,
yeah.
But I still enjoy seeing him. I'm glad he's back. I really glad he's back.
It's part of the reason he's working with Miz, since Miz is a mic worker anyway.
Definitely. So I think we both got Cesaro for that one.
Yeah. Easily.
The Miz is somebody that. He's definitely been around for a long time. I realize I've been saying definitely like every other sentence.
Definitely.
Definitely. Easily I've been saying definitely. But The Miz has been around for a while. Popular guy. He's really been a heel, I feel, his whole career. Definitely just going against the grain.
For the most part,
I did it again.
Definitely.
He goes against the grain. But he gets a lot of attention. Oh my god, I gotta stop. I gotta stop with that. He gets a lot of attention. I didn't mind him at first, but I honestly got really upset when he stole the title from Ryder.
Oh, yeah.
So I really, really, really want Cesaro to win the Intercontinental title for Payback now, because I just don't want Miz to have it, because
I think it'd be nice to, because I mean Cesaro can have like put on good matches with anybody.
Exactly.
So like just to have him there, whoever comes up for that Intercontinental spot to work with, that'd be perfect.
And I'm just really glad Cesaro's back. I don't want to say I'll be really upset if the Miz wins, because if he wins, I feel like they would prolong the feud, and if not, they would probably push Cesaro to something else. But the thing that's got me conflicted is that they have Maurice back, and
they brought her back for a reason.
Yeah, basically. Exactly. And I feel like that she's gonna do something. And if this is my prediction, if the Miz wins,
it's via
Maurice.
Yeah,
I think Cesaro continues the feud, and he gets a manager by his side. I don't think I'm intelligent enough to predict who it is.
I couldn't really.
I couldn't think of a diva or really anybody to be his manager. I want to say Bayley. I feel like she's coming to the main roster soon, but I don't think they'd put Bayley with Cesaro right away.
Yeah,
that's just a fantasy thing for me. Now that I think about it, there's Bayley in anything is a fantasy, really.
Bayley needs to. I think they'll bring Bayley up soon. Definitely. Since she's not doing the Asuka feud, really. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess she kind of is, but...
Do you think they'll bring do you think when they bring Bayley up, they'll bring Ava with her too? Or are they going to keep Ava down?
I would keep Eva on the fucking...
Yeah.
On NXT, at least to build her up for a little while. And I think Asuka will go to the main roster before she does.
I just watched my first match.
I wonder when...
with her, and it wasn't that bad. She's, the yelling kind of throws me off a little bit. The screams she does. It's like she's in the fucking Karate Kid.
Yeah.
But it was a good match. It was she defending the championship, or was it just...
she was just in a title match for basically no reason.
Yeah, but that was good. That was a good match.
I don't see... she's, improved a lot.
Yeah.
I think, she gets a lot of shit, but she's definitely, somewhat improved. I forgot what I was going to say, but...
we were talking about Bayley coming up.
Yeah, I don't remember now.
So, Intercontinental Champion, my prediction is... Or my hope is Cesaro wins. But if The Miz wins, it's going to be by Maurice.
Yeah, something stupid.
It's going to be... It's going to be like the AJ Styles match where they have Cesaro's dad in the stands.
Yeah.
He knocks down the Miz. The Miz is all freaking disoriented in the ring. He gives a thumbs up to his dad. His dad pats his chest, and then Maurice comes up and just ends the match like that. Or even AJ Styles' dad fills in as Cesaro's dad if he can't make the flight.
Or AJ Styles fills in.
AJ Styles just
with he puts a nose,
touch
one of those nose with the mustache
and some touch of gray on the sides. Looks like fucking Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four. We're going off topic now.
It's a good idea though. See, that's why we need our own wrestling promotion.
Definitely. So my heart goes with Cesaro. But I honestly, now that I think about it, I think The Miz is going to win. Like you said, they had Maurice in here for a reason.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still going to say Cesaro just for the sake of...
the change?
Yeah.
Here's hoping.
So Zayn and Owens, like, this has been, like, super hyped up for, like, a long time because Zayn's been out for, like, forever. But the whole NXT situation where they're... Because these two are best friends. Like, they grew up together, straight up. And they still are, but the storyline has gone to, like, Owens turns his back on him, and now it's basically just a feud that's been, like, on hold for, like, a year or so. So now Zayn's back, and they're finally going to be able to do this. I feel like they'll probably carry this out longer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say Owens.
Yeah, I have to go with Owens, too.
Because Zayn winning is obviously going to be the end of the fucking feud.
Exactly. And this is another one I really enjoy seeing this feud. I feel like there's never a dull moment with Zayn and Owens. And
yeah. Dude, like with Owens, Owens is so good in the first place.
He really is.
That it's hard to like even get anything that's boring. Because even in the ring, like he's vocal in the ring and shit. Like, I was watching Lucha Underground tonight, and I saw that Jack Evans does the same shit, where he talks a lot in the ring. Mm-hmm. And that's a super cool thing for heels to do, because not enough people do that.
No, not at all. So, the thing is, it's hard for me to pick who I want to win, because I really do like Kevin Owens. But I'm really, really excited that Zayn's back. This is the hardest match for me to pick.
Right.
And I honestly don't think I can pick anybody, because either one would keep me satisfied, like, completely. I won't be upset either way. I will be upset if it ends in 30 seconds because of a fluke.
And they've shown, like, glimpses of what these guys can do together.
Yeah.
Like the spot on the ladder at WrestleMania and shit. Mm-hmm. So... I mean, there's no doubt that it's going to be a good match. But, like, I think they'll probably carry it out more just because of the fact that they have chemistry.
Yeah.
So, I say Owens, and they just fucking keep working with it. And we also have a women's championship match with... This is pretty cool that they brought Bret Hart back for this. So, it's Charlotte and Natalya. And Charlotte has Ric Flair in her corner, and... Nattie has fucking Bret Hart in their corner, which is pretty sweet. It'll be cool to see Bret Hart. And I think it's going to come down to, like, whichever manager pulls something off, essentially.
And I think, and this is just alluding back to Maurice. You know, Maurice was there for a reason.
Yeah.
Bret Hart, I didn't really start paying attention to WWE again since this past summer, but I feel like Bret Hart has been non-existent for a while. He's got to do something while he's here.
Yeah, I think it's weird, too, because, like, Natalya is such an odd person to put it on at this time.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused that I feel like they just nicked the feud that Charlotte had with Sasha and Becky Lynch. The match they had at WrestleMania.
They touched on it, but they never really carried through.
Exactly, and I'm kind of... This is weird, but I honestly think Charlotte's going to defend. I think she's going to keep it, and it's going to end up... I can see them having Charlotte win this match for Payback against Nattie, and then have a triple threat between Nattie, Sasha, and Becky for the next pay-per-view. I think it's Extreme Rules, if I recall.
Just to see
who would dethrone Charlotte.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna come down to like the two. It's gonna come down to Brett and Rick. What goes on outside the ring.
And it's not a DQ. It's a DQ if Nattie goes after Rick, but it's not if the managers go after each other, right?
Right.
So I can honestly see Nattie and Charlotte going at it in the ring, and then off to the side, I'd have to place money on Ric Flair starting it, honestly, because that's just what he does.
Yeah.
And actually, before I keep going, I'm going to comment on the WWE website for this card. They definitely photoshopped the photo of Ric Flair. He looks like he's in his goddamn 40s.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. I cannot stop staring at his face. He does not... It's like a picture from the 90s.
They haven't taken any pictures of him, dude.
That's ridiculous.
They do that with everybody. Like The Undertaker for Mania, he still had, like...
long hair.
Same, yeah. It's so weird.
So, I want to say I gotta have Charlotte winning. And I hate to say that because
I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of her. She's like the Roman Reigns of the women's division, but at least with Reigns, there's room for improvement. With Charlotte, she's just there. Like there's nothing else I can see them doing with Charlotte.
I just didn't like that. Her whole like NXT thing was that she's not just Ric Flair's daughter, and then. Now all that she is on the main roster is Ric Flair's daughter. So
now I'm hoping that I think it'd be great if Charlotte gets disqualified as the title holder, she still retains the belt. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now this is just a completely wild guess. This isn't, out of left field. This is out of the parking lot. But I don't think they would ever do this. This is why it's completely out of it, but Ric Flair doing something to interfere with a match to end it with a disqualification, so Charlotte retains the title. And I can honestly see Charlotte and Flair breaking off to go back to her just being his daughter. That's what if that happened, I would start rooting for Charlotte again, because the only thing I don't like about her is that she's just Ric Flair with long hair.
The problem is that they need her to be the heel. Because there's not a heel. There's not another top heel in that division right now. I couldn't even think of any. I think because everybody else used to be the heel, but then everybody fucking started loving her. So
because she's the boss, dude.
Yeah.
And Becky Lynch, she doesn't really.
I don't think she seems like she could go heel in the first place.
Exactly, she's too like Mary Sue.
Yeah.
She's kind of like the way Cena is now. Not that they're the same skill-wise, but I feel like it'd be very... I think Cena could do it because he's John Cena.
Yeah.
But
Cena is half heel in a sense, since half of the fucking fan base doesn't like him.
Yeah, that's a good point. So
he's a heel to me, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, to certain fans, he's a heel.
Mm-hmm. Because he just does it... I can see where you're coming from, because he does what he does, not only because he can, but he also wants to, because he has the WWE.
That's what they're trying to get Roman Reigns to be, essentially, is be, people don't like him, so he's a heel to some, but he's a baby face to others, like the fans of Reigns. Which is like
a dozen of them?
Yeah, like they're probably like...
I mean, and I don't want to be mean to Roman, because I can't imagine how it's got to feel. Because he's been doing professional wrestling probably most of his life.
The thing is, he needs to learn to embrace it. Like, he needs to learn to embrace the fact that he's getting booed and turn it into a fucking heel situation and use it as heat.
Definitely. I just really, at this point now, and I hate that I keep going back to Reigns, but I want Reigns to succeed. Because I hate seeing, the champion being booed. Like, I feel like that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, it's like
unless it's like intentional, like, but he's trying. I want to say he's trying his best. I really don't know.
Yeah. He's got it. I think he is, but he's just got to be. They should have just made him a pure heel.
Yeah, it's gotta.
What the fuck am I seeing?
I have no idea what we're watching.
Like, we're watching like a random ECW pay-per-view. This chick is like literally almost naked. And that's Jazz, like, who I haven't seen in forever. Okay, but anyway, we'll go. But so anyway, I don't know. I just like, as far as Reigns goes, I mean, I guess we'll come back to it because we got to talk about that match anyway. But
yeah,
we have Vince McMahon's going to talk about who's going to control Raw. So, like, hopefully, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, just about everyone is hoping that Shane McMahon becomes, like, kayfabe the fucking Raw GM. Like, I mean, they basically have to. Like, we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
They essentially have to. They've essentially said, our shit is weak, and if Stephanie keeps control, we're going to keep it fucking weak, is basically what they're saying. So they basically have to do it. And there's no reason they'd even let Shane do it after losing to Taker if they weren't going to do something with it.
Exactly. All I have to say about that is this.
Here comes the money! Here we go!
That's all. If Shane, like, here comes the money. Like, Shane O'Mac has to have control of Raw. There's no other way to have it.
Definitely.
Definitely. And it's good to see, you know, people excited again.
Right. They've been teasing, like, bringing back profanity and shit. It's weird too, because, like, it's been a little bit more, like, especially with guys like New Day and dudes with serious mic work, they've been able to say more shit than they usually would be able to.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting sort of closer to the edge, so to speak. But yeah, we'll just go back to the World Heavyweight Championship match, which, like, I'm somewhat excited for, mostly because of AJ Styles. But I can't see him taking it.
No,
I feel like this is chance. You know, this is like a serious rub for AJ Styles to get him up there. But it's not, you know, he ain't gonna take the title.
No, they wouldn't. Oh god,
the build's been too long.
I wouldn't be surprised though if they build Roman Reigns up for the past year and a half just to have him lose it a month after Mania.
Dude, like you'd have
that would be terrible booking.
Yeah. But the AJ Styles fans would mark the fuck out.
Oh my god,
they already did though.
Yeah.
So that's all. Their tank's empty now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good match.
It's really cool though. Like, I was thinking about it. It's like the dude that everyone's hated on the internet against the dude that everybody loves on the internet.
Exactly.
Like, it's perfect. Like, and they can't really drop the ball with this. Like, I feel like it's probably just gonna go to Reigns, but they should keep it, like, carrying it out a little bit more. Like, it hasn't lasted long enough, I don't think.
No. This is one of the feuds I've been enjoying, honestly.
Yeah.
And I like Reigns. I feel, because we were talking about how he's going heel, or he should go heel, I feel like he's slowly going that way.
Yeah.
And slowly embracing it.
Well, like I said, he's, like, in the Cena position where he keeps saying he's the guy versus the good guy, the bad guy, he's the guy. Like, he's said that, like, every single fucking show for the past, like, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, like, he's really trying to fucking drive that point home. So, he's just trying to be, like, a neutral dude. And I don't know. We'll see how it works out, I guess. But I just, like, I'm really only somewhat excited for the match because of AJ.
Yeah, I'm in that same boat. Yeah, I honestly, there's no way that I can see AJ taking this. If he does, honestly, I think I'd be more upset if he does take it, because that means they built this whole shit up for nothing with Reigns.
Right.
So,
but I mean,
we got Reigns in 4. He's gonna sweep.
Yeah.
He's on his way to the Stanley Cup final.
Like, on paper, this card is pretty good, but it's like you can't, like, judge it as far as that goes ever with WWE, because they always fuck something up. So there's going to be a level of disappointment afterwards. I can almost guarantee it. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't see very many title changes, like, honestly.
No, I think the only one that I'm really confident in is wow. Actually, go.
If anything, I'd say Cesaro.
Yeah,
but I don't know. But I mean, Kalisto probably should drop the belt. Realistically,
I can see Kalisto dropping. And honestly, me personally, I can't see The Miz dropping it just because you brought up that point with Maurice.
Yeah.
I can see Charlotte dropping it because she's had it for a while now.
Yeah. It's possible. It has been a somewhat long time.
The only thing I have against Charlotte dropping it is Natalya came out of nowhere. Like, I just don't see
like
that happening, I guess.
Right, like there hasn't been a build really.
No, and like it's a shame because I'm not really excited for Charlotte and Natalya as much as I would be with Charlotte and Sasha because there was already I'm already invested in that feud, and I feel like
they kind of dropped it.
Yeah, I feel like if Natalya wins it, they just made that whole feud for nothing just to give Sasha and Becky their WrestleMania moments. And granted, they did that with Zack Ryder. I mean, they gave him. I think they need to like drop them down.
What they should do is probably turn Paige heel again and give him another heel to work with.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. Do we have any hypotheticals? Who's out still? Cena's still out, right?
Cena's out for another month or so.
Rollins should be coming back soon.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about him. Orton's still out.
Orton's out. Oh my god. Wow, this is killing me right now. Who else? Sting's retired, which is heartbreaking. God damn.
I don't know. I don't really see any comebacks really.
We haven't seen. We saw Brock at Mania. We saw
because I can't see. Right, I wouldn't see Lesnar anywhere on this card. Like, I can't see any reason for anyone to come back.
No, especially because it's the one right after Mania. It's not very. It's like the beginning of the storylines, I guess. So to speak.
Yeah. There's no like context for anybody to come back to.
I really. Cena, they said he's out for what? 4 to 6 more months? Or 2 to 4, something like that. Maybe 4 more months. I think 4 was the number. I can see Cena coming back at SummerSlam.
Right, yeah, I think they'll wait for SummerSlam.
I really hope I don't have to wait that long, because I'm not going to lie, I do miss seeing him. Just, I don't know, he's just the, he is the face of WWE, whether we like it or not. Whether we support him or not, he's... When people think of WWE nowadays, they think of John Cena. And then you also have some people that think of Undertaker, but he's practically part-time now. He only shows up once every month or so.
Yeah. I don't know. I think... I mean, it's this Sunday, so... I assume we can probably do a podcast afterwards. So we'll probably come back with like a results podcast and also a kind of a review sort of thing.
Yeah, actually, let me check my schedule because I think I have that day off. Sunday. Nope, I work at 6 o'clock Monday morning, but I'll do it anyway. It's not going to bother me.
I mean, it gets over at 11 usually.
So. Yeah, so it should be good. And yeah, so...
I guess we'll just see you guys then. Hopefully we'll have Bill and Tim.
Yeah, I miss hearing Bill and Tim. It's kind of weird without them here.
Yeah.
But,
it's
priorities,
whatever.
I guess. It's got to happen.
It's whatever. Whatever Tim said. What did he say?
He said, I can't make it. You guys got it. Godspeed.
Well, I think we handled it okay.
I hope so. I think we definitely handled it okay, definitely.
All right, guys, we'll see you Sunday, hopefully. If not, we'll shortly after.
Yeah, if not Sunday, then probably Monday. Could be Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday,
or
Friday.
Or Thursday, Friday, yeah. Or next month or whatever.
Or it could be Sunday, too.
Could be Sunday, yeah.
Check us out for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We'll return. Our next podcast will be when Cena comes back.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you when Cena comes back.